Picture this, it's 2009, and the beloved PBS show Antiques Roadshow has set up shop in vintage Madison, Wisconsin. Among the many hopeful attendees, one particular guest steps forward with a family treasure that on the surface looks like a simple relic from the past. Their grandfather's 1915 Ingersoll military wristwatch, still nestled in its original box. "It was originally my grandfather's," a guest began, their voice holding a gentle reverence for the past. They explained to the military expert that their grandfather, being of first-generation German descent during World War I, wasn't allowed to carry firearms. So, as a poignant memento, he bought this watch instead. "It's my understanding that he bought it at the PX of Fort Dixon in Iowa, and I believe it was in 1915, the guest recounted, adding a touch of wistfulness, but he never talked about it. This watch wasn't just a quiet keepsake, it was part of a larger collection of his grandfather's belongings, all tucked away in a box, and that's where the story takes an unexpected turn. It pretty much stayed there until the grandkids started rummaging through things," the guest recalled with a chuckle, a common scene in many family homes. "We found out that this had a radium face on it, and my grandmother wouldn't let us play with it anymore, so I haven't seen it probably 30 years. Can you imagine that moment? Discovering something so innocent-looking had a potentially risky element? It's the kind of family story that would send shivers down your spine. Unveiling the watch's rich history. At this point, military appraiser Charles Turrell stepped in, his expertise ready to shed light on this intriguing timepiece. "This watch would have been made in 1915, he confirmed, setting the historical stage. He then educated everyone on a fascinating snippet of history that many of us might not know. Prior to the First World War, it was very unusual for gentlemen to wear wristwatches, Turrell explained. They would always wear pocket watches, and the idea of a man wearing a piece of jewelry was very much frowned upon. Think about that. It was considered too dainty for a man to wear something on his wrist. But then, war broke out and necessity, as they say, became the mother of invention. It was only really when the war started that they found in the trenches and in combat that the practicalities of having a pocket watch became difficult," Turrell continued. "So the men actually designed a way to strap their pocket watches onto their wrists. It makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Try fumbling for a pocket watch in the heat of battle." Now here we have a very classic example where a manufacturer has basically adapted that idea, the British specialist revealed. This particular watch wasn't just any old timepiece, it was a snapshot of a pivotal moment in fashion and practicality, born from the gritty realities of wartime, the hazardous detail and its impact on value. But what made this historical timepiece truly distinctive, and the hazardous component that might give potential buyers pause? Turrell delved deeper into the watch's unique features. "This watch is effectively a pocket watch that's been modified to be strapped onto a piece of leather with a protective guard over the dial," he detailed. This modification was crucial for soldiers needing quick, easy access to the time without exposing their delicate pocket watches to the harsh conditions of the front lines. He also pointed out another wartime innovation. Another aspect taken from the First World War was this type of black enamel dial. Most enamel dials were made in white. The reason for the dark face? Practicality in combat. The black anti-reflective display was much better for nighttime, and there was far less chance of it being seen from that point of view, he explained. Imagine trying to stay hidden in the dark, and your bright white watch dial gives you away. Then he circled back to the family's startling discovery. "It's actually advertised on the box as having radium," Turrell stated, emphasizing the word. "The radium has now gone brown, but it was originally a very bright glow that allowed them to glow in the dark. And that, my friends, is the secret. Radium, while revolutionary for its glow-in-the-dark properties at the time, was later discovered to be highly radioactive and dangerous. So this seemingly innocent family heirloom had a silent, invisible element of risk attached to it. A lethal secret, as it was described. It's truly fascinating how something so practical for its time became something we now approach with extreme caution." The jaw-dropping revelation. The appraiser had laid out the historical context, the ingenuity of its design, and its surprising, hazardous material. Now came the moment of truth. What was this piece of family history, with its wartime significance and its glowing, literally, secret, actually worth?